Is there something that you want? Here in this video, we've got 5 key tips to help you be a better negotiator. Here in this video, tune in.
Tune in.
Hey guys, I'm Josh.
I'm Shonnie.
And we're your Thomas duo, coming to you with another quick one. 5 tips on how to be a better negotiator and getting closer to what you want.
That's right.
So here in this video, we're going to jump into those 5 tips. So with that, as a Thomas duo, your Thomas team, Shonnie is our key negotiator and handles all of our acquisitions. So let's go ahead and jump into those 5 tips right now. Topic 1. All right, you want to mirror words selectively. Shonnie, what's that mean?
Okay, so when we're talking about mirroring and matching, that means you want to mirror what a person is saying. So the last 3 or the last half of a sentence that the person you're negotiating against, that you want to use that. Or when it comes to matching, you want to match their tonality. Okay. You want to match their tone and voice because you don't want to have a super high-pitched voice.
Upswings.
Yeah, an upswing, as Josh would say, or a super low-toned voice that sounds really intimidating.
Yeah.
If you've got someone who's got a nice, friendly, upbeat sort of voice. And the reason you want to do this is to gather more information than what they would give you if you weren't mirroring what they were saying. So we're going to role play this out for you guys so you can kind of see what I mean when I say gather more information.
All right, guys. So here in this example, I'm going to be the for sale by owner. I'm trying to sell the house on my own, and I don't want any help. Oh, you crazy agents. And Shonnie's the actual real estate agent, and she's cold calling me, and I'm going to be that for sale by owner, and she's going to be utilizing the technique.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yes, this is he.
Hi, this is Shonnie with United Real Estate. How are you today?
Doing good, thanks. How can I help you?
Is your property still available for sale?
Yes.
Yes, and have you had any offers on that yet?
Yes, we have.
You have had offers?
Yes, we have had offers. We've had about a couple of lowball offers as for right now. However, we're not interested in selling to an investor. All right, so if you got a buyer.
You had lowball offers, you said?
Yes, lowball offers. We're not interested in 70 cents on the dollar type offers. We're interested in more of a premium price, which is why you see the price of where it's at right now.
Okay, I understand. So you want a premium price for your property, so you want to sell it for as much money as possible.
All right, so in that example, what you've seen was Shonnie was basically repeating the last couple of words or selectively repeating words that she thought would trigger me to give more information. Shonnie?
Yes, that's exactly right. And from that, I found out that he doesn't want to sell his property to investors. He doesn't want lowball offers. He wants to sell his property for a premium price, and that he has had multiple offers on his property. So all of those things I found out through mirroring him. And the reason for that is when you mirror someone, when they hear back what they said to you, they want to make sure that they gave you enough information to understand them. Right. So they tend to give you more information or overshare things that they initially didn't think that they would tell you.
Right. So that basically helps you also build rapport. And just in terms of tonality, it's very good to use like a downward, right? Downward DJ type night voice. What does that sound like, Shonnie?
So as you noticed, Josh is a male and I obviously am female. So when he was talking to me, a large part of what I was trying to do was to match his tone. Not be too high pitched, not be too middle range pitch, but kind of deepen my voice a little bit so that I was more on the same level with him, to bring that sort of commonality and try to help build rapport. Because when I have a nice slow speaking voice and my midnight DJ voice, so to speak, to where it's very calming and comforting and inviting, it tends to allow people to feel more comfortable and confident in sharing whatever it is that they need to tell you.
Number 2, you want to practice tactical empathy. Shonnie?
Tactical empathy, guys. This is a really interesting one. When I learned about this, I was like, what? I don't want to do that. Because what it is you are acknowledging your counterpart's fears. You're putting it out there. You're making it known. You're just saying it. You're putting it out in the open for everybody to hear before they have the opportunity to bring it to you as an objection. So you're basically objecting for them. And by that, you throw them off. Yeah. So we're now going to act that out for you. So in this example, again, let's use the example of I will be a buyer's agent and Josh is a listing agent, and I'm calling him with an offer, and I'm going to show him some tactical empathy here. Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, this is Shonnie with United Real Estate. Is this Josh?
Yes, this is he.
Okay, Josh, I just took my buyer over to your property at 123 Main Street, and I'm telling you, you're probably going to think we're crazy. You're probably going to think my buyer has lost her mind.
Okay.
I mean, this is not an offer for asking price, but I definitely want to bring you our offer before we go offer on something else.
I see. Okay, well, why don't we do this? Go ahead and you guys submit the offer and we have a look at it, and maybe we could exchange some numbers back and forth. How's that sound?
Okay, that would be great. Thanks, Josh. So there, you see that I flat out told him that my offer was not an asking price offer, nor was it probably anything that he wanted. But what I did put in there was that if I didn't give my offer to him, I was going to give it to somebody else. So that moved the limelight off of a back and forth scenario between him and I, and it made him want to compete with the invisible third person that I was going to go submit an offer on their property for. So it made him want to say, you know what, let me just see it. Let me just see what you have, instead of just saying flat out, don't bother sending me the offer. So I took away the want for him to be like, oh, this isn't a good offer, it's not asking price, all of that, by putting it out there, out in the open, and acknowledging what it was.
Yeah, and she did a really good job at breaking down those walls initially, because what ends up happening is now that person sees you being upfront, not only does it show your truth, but it shows that, look, they're not about BSing. They've been straightforward, they're straight shooters, and this actually cuts out a lot of slack when you actually begin negotiating, right? So setting the bar is really important. Here in this segment, we're not going to talk to you about getting to a yes. We're going to talk to you about getting to a no. What that means is it's another way of when you're talking about stacking your bricks, when you're laying out the questions to get them to say yes, 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 and someone who's a little bit more savvier than the rest will notice that, okay, they're trying to build the yes formula for me to then ask for a sale. In this case, you're going to basically take a really sharp curve and get to a no. So Shonnie, tell them what that means.
Well, I mean, you pretty much just covered what that means. A lot of us, I'm pretty sure anybody out there watching or listening to this video has had a telemarketer call them and hit them with a bunch of questions that you can only answer yes. And that's really annoying because we know that you're trying to sell us on something or upsell us on something we already have. And so what happens is the person on the other end of that phone, their defenses automatically go up. They don't care what you're saying. All they're worried about is how they can get off the phone and how quickly they can do it. So when you are getting someone to say no, you're allowing them to take control of the situation or to have the illusion that they are taking control of the situation by saying no to you, but they're still giving you those answers that you want. You're getting them confident, you're getting them comfortable with their no's, so then they are receptive to hearing what you have to say because they've already built that barrier that says, I said no, but I'll hear what you have to say. Just think about it if you have kids and your kid comes and says, Mom, can I have a popsicle? You go, no. But then you still let them finish saying what they have to say, right? Because you've built that invisible barrier of, I told you couldn't have a popsicle, but spit it out, kid. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes they probably end up working you good enough to get that popsicle anyway. So that was them negotiating with you. So Josh and I are going to act out an example of this no, getting them to say no for you. Josh, we're going back to this for sale by owner scenario. I'm going to be the agent trying to speak to the for sale by owner, And Josh is going to be the for sale by owner, and I'm going to get him to say some no's for me. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, this is Shonnie with United Real Estate. Is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yes, it is.
It is? Okay, great.
Okay,
Is
are you
that...
an agent?
I am an agent.
Okay.
I was calling because I wanted to know, is that property still for sale?
Yes, it is.
It is for sale. Have you had offers on that property?
We haven't had an offer as of yet.
You haven't had an offer as of yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. And since you're for sale by owner, it doesn't seem like you want to use a realtor?
No, not at this time.
Okay. And if you got an offer that you liked, would you go ahead and accept that offer?
I mean, if I like the offer, I would accept it. But if it's not the offer you don't want, no.
Okay. So you're not willing to accept an offer less than $240,000?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. And if I could bring you an offer over that, then that would make you happy?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
let's stop right there. Okay, so as you can see there, I was able to figure out by getting him to say no what he wouldn't accept as an offer price, and a couple of other things as well. So you use that no in order to fish around for the things that you really do want to know. So that's how you use the get them to say no tactic.
So here in this topic, we're going to talk to you about triggering. That's right.
That's right.
All right, so Shonnie, what does that mean?
Okay, so when you get someone to say that's right, it basically is letting you know that they feel like you're on the same page as them. You're with them. You understand all of their concerns. You understand all of their wants. You understand all their desires. And once you get them to say that's right, that's really when the negotiating can begin, because they've let down all their guard.
That's right.
And they're ready to get to a solution and come to an agreement because they feel like the other person on that other side of the table is really listening to them.
That's correct.
So let's act that out for our good viewers, Josh.
All right, guys. So here in this example, I'm going to be contacting for sale by owner, and my goal is to get her to say that's right, to be with me, so that I can then begin the actual negotiation. Damn it. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, I was calling to speak with Madeline.
Speaking.
Hey Madeline, this is Josh with United Real Estate. I'll be real quick. I was calling to inquire about your property, ABC Street.
It's available.
Great. Now, have you had any offers on this property?
I've had a couple of offers, yes.
Okay, great. And have you had so I'm assuming you've had quite a bit of traffic, it sounds like?
I've had some pretty decent traffic, but no offers that I've accepted. Do you have a buyer?
Actually, at this very moment, I don't have a buyer, but I'm actually calling to gather some more information, if that's okay. Is that all right with you? Just if I can get 60 seconds of your time, Miss Madeline?
Go ahead, sure.
Okay, great. Now, it sounds to me that you definitely don't want to use an agent at the time.
No, that's why I'm for sale by owner. I can pay a 2% commission to a buyer's agent, but I don't want to use a listing agent.
Okay, 2% commission. You don't want to use a listing agent, and I'm assuming you don't want to lose. It sounds like you don't want to use a listing agent because you don't want to give any principle to two sides or both parties. All right, but you guys can get the point. That was really terrible. So, guys, in this example, we're going to talk to you about creating the illusion of control. Right? So we got to create that new platform, the new playing field to help that person feel like they're in control, where essentially you're undercover and you're helping them navigate through conversation. All right? So Shonnie, go ahead and let them know what creating that illusion of control and why it's effective for negotiation.
Yes. So in creating the illusion of control, you want to ask the how questions and the what questions. Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to get it done? You basically are throwing that ball in their court and letting them do the work for you, getting them to figure out what the solution is. Because once you give them that illusion of control, they'll take it and they will run with it, and they will come back to you with a solution that is probably better than the one you're going to come up with. So we are going to role play this out for you so that you can see what it looks like giving someone the illusion of control. In this example, Josh is going to be a buyer's agent and I'm going to be a listing agent. And he is going to be calling me because his buyer wants a $2,500 seller concession. Okay?
Hello.
Hi, this is Shonnie.
Hey, Shonnie. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing, Josh?
Doing real good, real good. Thanks for asking, Shonnie. Hey, I got a real quick question for you. I'm going to be sending over an amendment to you, and our buyers, we did get our inspection back, and so we got a lot of items, which I'm sure you understand. With any inspection report with an older house, there were some issues that came alarming to them, and so the foundation did come back to have some issues. We got a actual contractor that came out and gave us a quote. So Shonnie, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be submitting a $2,500 amendment in hopes that you guys look at it fairly and understand, because as you know, first-time homebuyers, it can be pretty tough to get them to stick to something that they're excited about, right? So we don't want them to get cold feet. So I'm actually just calling you to reach out to see what your thoughts are and for this $2,500 concession.
Well, Josh, I mean, to me, what it seems like is that you're up against some clients of yours that are first-time home buyers, right?
That's right.
Man, so I'm sure they're really excited about getting into this home when it's all said and done.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did hear you say that you wanted me to see if my sellers would accept a $2,500 concession. That's what you said, right? $2,500?
Yes, $2,500. That'll be the amendment that we're putting together. Amendment is something that we're causing to existing contract to change. So in that case, an amendment is then created to then submit the $2,500 concession. So yes, right. The amendment is what we're going to be submitting.
Okay. And so let me ask you this. How do you suppose I present this to my seller to get your buyers a $2,500 concession when they are under contract for significantly lower than asking price?
Well, just have a talk to them, Shonnie, and let them know that our buyers, that they really love the house. I mean, they're really excited about it. And there was a laundry list of items that came up, and however, it's just like they can't get past the foundation issue. So you can run that by your seller. We'll send over the amendment signed, and you let us know what your thoughts are. How's that sound?
Well, Josh, tell me what the biggest challenge is. Is the biggest challenge really the $2,500 concession, or is it having these repairs done?
All right, cut. So in that example, as you've seen, that Shonnie was using the how and the what, and for the most part, I actually had to use my energy to figure out what could be a relieving solution to the situation of actually getting that retrieval of $2,500 for my clients.
Right.
And
right.
she did a really good job of not giving lots of information, and a really good job of causing me to figure it out. Because actually, I had to.
Not saying yes, not saying no, not giving him any inclination of if my sellers would give him that concession, or just kind of asking him like, so what are you up against? It sounds like you got first-time home buyers. Just kind of still poking and prodding, but not completely turning him away, so that I can gather the most information to decide, is this really a deal breaker? Or can I get him to go back to his buyers and get them to either decrease what they want for a concession, or maybe take a repair or two instead of the concession, but really to find out where his buyers are instead of me just folding.
Right. So, guys, these are the 5 tips that we have for you guys to hand in your negotiation to go ahead and close on the results that you want. So, whether if it's a piece of candy down the road, or if it's
your next big transaction,
or if a chick like this is down the road, right? You want to make sure that you keep these 5 tips, utilize them, watch this video 10 times, practice, and put it into effect. As you can see early in the video, I actually had some trouble myself with it. That's right. So, leave us comments below, guys. Let you know what your thoughts are. All you agents, all you people out there, comment below what your thoughts are. And also, if you like this video, guys, please subscribe. You beautiful faces out there, we need you, all the support we can get, and we want to make sure that we give you valuable stuff every time we publish.
Absolutely.
All right, so thomasduo.com, check it out, and we love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.